Hi friends, MD Vegan. I make a fruit salad for breakfast again, and I usually take some fruit and some nuts, more fruit of course, and some nuts only to make it more keeping. And this time I have a special fruit that I really wanted to use for a long time, and all of a sudden I found a big bunch. Lychee fruit, lychees, that's the inside of lychees. I also call them the fruit of love. They are like a heart and delicious, so sweet, mostly water of course. It's a rough, so juicy fruit and a little bit flesh inside around a little seed that looks like a heart actually, like a real heart, a brown little heart inside the lychee. And it is a unique, very unique plant. It is the only one in that family. I've read a little bit about it, don't know, but it's from South Asia or China and countries around there it comes from, and it's delicious and it's a little expensive, but sometimes it's got a cheap batch here. There was a store where they have a large amount for a little money. I just couldn't resist, and then now I try to make something with it. And when I eat it on its own, I can eat one or two or three or so, enjoy, but I don't know how to put them into a fruit salad. They're pretty unique, and sometimes a fruit salad has to be a little bit, the texture has to be right, yeah. It is a lot about textures, different textures. Too many crunchy things make it too heavy and so on, these kind of things. And this is very runny. So I wasn't quite sure how to combine it. I might want some lychee lemonade. Look it up; it's delicious. Lychee lemonade. I have another smoothie with cashews and bananas blended in orange juice. A lychee cream, lychee milkshake or something. What it's called. It's really delicious. Now I make a fruit salad first time. Let's see. Given the uniqueness of the fruit, and I don't know how to combine it, I came up with an idea with bananas and grapes. Yeah, I'll show you that in a moment, and some cashew nuts. So 4 different ingredients. But I also want to have a little dressing. And today, not too much, but because the focus should not be on the dressing today, so I don't use so much ingredients. I usually make a lemony cashew creamer or so, with dates and lemon zest. And so today, no, I just make a lemon cream, very simple, with bananas mainly. That is 2 cups of bananas, half a cup of cashews, so less of course. Yeah, that's usually a banana cream, and it's silky because of the nuts. The nuts have more fat, and it makes the cream from the banana silky. Very nice. I like the texture, like almost a coat a little bit, fur on top, a little bit of brilliance. And just a half a lemon, not too much. Yeah. Just want to have it a very taken back cream, just simple cream, because I want to put more focus on the fruit, the lychee especially. Let's see, and I take just a droplet of water to make it work with the blender. Let's see what happens. Blender dance. I just break it down quickly. Cashews have been broken down now. Now they can soak a little. I need a second blending in a minute to make it really nice and creamy, but check the flavor, it's okay, if it's okay. Yeah, it's a very light, fresh dressing, mainly bananas, some cashews to give it a little bit more creaminess, and the lemon just to keep it fresh and light. Not much lemon flavor, that's a little bit. Some more in the background. That's how I want it. And now I put the fruit into my bowl, and here first I show you the bananas and the grapes. I just had some grapes, halved them, sliced bananas, similar size, a cup each. I need a little a certain amount of fruit overall. So at 2 cups here, the 3rd cup is the lychee. It's almost a cup, showed you before. Just the flesh, not the seeds, not the skin. The peel is pretty hard. Crack it open almost. I have to. So 3 fruit and the cashews. Some cashew nuts, just to give it a little bit of crunch for to have a different texture here. As I said, the lychees are very, I don't know how to describe this texture. So it's not runny, it's not firm, it's like gelatinous maybe. Yeah, gelatinous. That is a little bit, it can be a strange texture if you eat too much of it. But that's why I'm gonna give it a little bit contrast with the crunchy cashews. They're soft bananas, not gelatinous at all. And then the juiciness of the grapes. They have also like much water inside the grapes, but this gelatinous part from the lychees, they don't have that. So I guess that might be a nice way to balance out the differences, and especially the lychee. One more blender dance, which has a wonderful flavor. This it's a flowery flavor, really a light, airy, sweet, sour, very tender fragrance. This flavor, the lychee flavor, is very special, like a flower, like a blossom. And one more blender dance. You know, that's basically what I'm doing. I have these thousands and thousands of different plants, edible plants, and I wonder how can I put them into a menu? One at a time, you know. Today's lychee. Oh yeah, very simple, and that's exactly what I like today. Bananas, they taste nicely. The bananas come out more if I do it like this. The other versions with dates and so banana goes in the background. You see, that's just the texture of this dressing. The color. It's a little bit like a curd. The bananas can also be a lot different. You can have bananas that are very ripe, for example, very soft and sweet. And you can have bananas that are not so ripe, harder, firmer, not so sweet. They have more fiber, more starches, complex carbohydrates, complex sugars. When they are very soft, the sugars are all simpler and not so complex. They're breaking down the carbohydrates into sugars, and then the sugars, the simpler sugars, they can be easy digested. So usually they say eat the fruit ripe because then you have sugar, it's easy to digest, but the bananas with more complex carbohydrates, with starches, not yet so ripe, they are not so easy to digest. So they say don't eat that, eat rather the other ones. But both have their advantages, both have benefits. For the intestines, for example, you want to have nice starches that are wonderful for the intestines to work through, and so that's good. Good thing, very healthy. Other kind of benefits, not so easy digestible. And for me as a chef, interesting because the bananas, when they are not so ripe, they have a texture that is more like a fiber. It's more like a curd, you know, when you make a curd, the difference between yogurt and curd is like that. You know, you blend a not so ripe banana into this cream, you get a curd-like texture. It's wonderful if you want that at that time, you know. Just an example of how the bananas, even they can be different, can make a difference. And when I have all these different plants, so I like to make recipes of to enjoy them the most. These questions, these small things, yeah, is the banana ripe or not? What does it mean for the texture? They can make a difference, yeah. It's interesting. The more I learn here, I'm making these recipes every day, the more interesting I find these questions. I hope you like it. Otherwise, you wouldn't join, I guess, and watch. But yeah, it's a little bit unique to talk about food like this. It's about how to make recipes, how to enjoy, really fully enjoy this endless vegan variety. That's why I make my recipes, because you know when we eat animals, when we eat plants, I mean only plants, it's the healthiest diet. We can do so much. We can be of so much help for the planet, to save the planet and the animals. That is, you can't do more than that. That's really the most you can, the single thing you most you can, all can do. So I try to make it easy and yeah, enjoyable for everybody. So so that's how I do it. And by putting all these different plants into the menu, I guess that is a good idea, right? That's why I want to learn to make new recipes every day, because new recipes, they get into life when they have new ingredients all the time. We have 10,000s of edible plants. Most of the people only eat 30, 40, 50 a year. That's it in the industrialized countries, the supermarket, you know. But indigenous people, they eat 2,000, 3,000 a year. And of course, that's a lot healthier. We just begin to learn that. Food is much more than the vitamins and minerals and carbohydrates, much more. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe, MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.